Okay, this is we're now into the actual battles parts of my video for Boyz will be Boys. This is from the campaign, and a few of these battles will be from the campaign. Some will be custom battles which I've done myself. Just to show how the infantry works, how the actual battle works. And if we look down here, we can see my little force on top of a hill between Beastmen and Beastmen. This is the main army, and there's some reinforcements coming from behind. This is right next to Outdoor actually, right in my home province. I just wanted them out of the way quite early. This is quite early doors in the campaign. So let's have a quick look at see what units I've got, and see a bit more information about them. So we've got the Spearmen here, which have an extra ability, which you haven't seen before. +3 in attack, +3 in defence. As long as they've got as long as their health is above 50%, they'll always have this, just to give them an extra boost, to show that they're Spearmen, and they can fight in 2 ranks. Swordsman, pretty much standard stuff. Nothing changes there. Mortar, more interesting. They do massive damage now. So if I get in close, you see the armor piercing, 547 armor piercing. So huge damage, mainly because they got full range armor piercing, explosive projectile large area. But they do have a towering mishaps. So what that means, they have a chance to explode if they're in combat, or if a missile attack is possible. They can just randomly explode. Minus a 5% miscast chance. And yeah, it's very irritating when it happens, I have to admit. Anyway, moving on. Battles Goat is my leader here. Very squishy, no armour, no defence, no attack really of anything, and no weapon strength. So if he gets attacked by one of the Beastmen Yords, he is not going to be long for this world. Archers, which you may remember from my unit roster, if you've seen that video. I'll link it on the screen here. And these provide nice damaging to the old armour of the Ungors, which I'll go through in a minute. Another rank of spear, 3 militia at the back, with nice combat stats for their missiles. Swordsmen and some outriders and 2 units of pistoliers. And a very young swordsman because I forgot to put them in. I really do that way too often. I think I've done it once or twice. So they should be in my full rank, but they're not. And they'll come into play when I actually remember to move them. So, with that underway, I'm just going to start slow motion this week play. And I'm going to have a quick look at the Beastmen stats for you. And they have an interesting couple of rules. Like, this is all Beastmen infantry has this, or Beastmen cavalry probably have this. Some monsters do not have it. So it's a primal frenzy. So as soon as they get into combat and they're winning, they start this ticker. So 20 seconds in, they get +12 armor piercing, +8 melee attack, +12 weapons damage, and then they rampage, and then for 20 seconds, and if they're still angry, they drop the rampage, but the stat stays the same. So as soon as they're in good close combat, they're in trouble. Well, the person they're hitting is in big trouble, to be fair, but you use control of them for a bit. It's exactly like it was tabletop, apparently. And exactly same with Gungo just to prove the point, and exactly same with the archers. So a quick look at Kazakh as we're going past him. So he is rocking a ridiculous stat line at the moment, it's very fair to him. So let's see if I can get into his stats a bit more. And come on. There's always more. There it is. So huge weapon damage. Armor piercing, 151. A ridiculous melee attack of 82. He must be rocking some serious buffs at the moment. And great defense, great leadership, and great armor. So he is built for killing things. He has Helm with many eyes, well, that's probably why. +6 armor, +5. So everybody arranged, and that's why everybody's rocking some good buffs here. Nice little magical helmet that is. And he's got the encourage, etc, etc. And he's rocking those buffs. Moving over to the Minotaurs, which are rounded somewhere. Ah, there they are. They have interesting. They don't have the Beastman mechanic, but they do have their own mechanic, which is Blood Greed. So, self in melee. So even if they're not winning, this will start proccing. +12%, +12% weapon damage and armor piercing. So mortars coming in. Phase 2 is Feeding Frenzy for another 30 seconds. So more increase of damage to armor and weapon damage, +4 to melee attack, and then they rampage, but they're slower. And after the rampage, after another 30 seconds, they still rampage, but they're even more so, but they hit like, well, a wrecking train with 33% armor increase and 30% weapon damage increase. So you want to get rid of these as quick as possible. -6 melee attack. And the leadership is quite high at the moment, 84. So that's them. My skirmishers are just about to have a look. Let's have a quick go over the other side. So this is the reinforcements. 5 units of archers, which is not good. Another a Beastmen Yard. So what's his stats like? He's got poison on, I can see that. Good melee attack, good melee defense, good leadership, armor, all the good stuff, and he is rocking Everbreed. A famous breed apparently. Pyro Frenzy as all the other Beastmen is. Right then, let's go to show on the road. So, first thing I did is start heading out my skirmishers to see if I can proc something. Now, I didn't actually realise at this point they had Primal Frenzy, but I was hoping to get a bit of damage, just to put them up, and as soon as I did that, Uncle Herd went straight into Rampage because of the low amount of units. But they were working 35, sorry. So I got them Rampage, and I got the Rampage at the back going on the Uncle Raiders. And I've pulled away Kazrak, which was a great eco bonus for me. So my Cav, my skirmish Cav, are just going to pull him out of the way for the main battle. Meanwhile, back in the main fight, my mortar's picking these off. I finally remembered there's actually some greatswords over here, so I've pulled them in. And now we've got... So as you can see, because they got close, I've had to readjust, and I've pulled my spearmen up front to help deal with this ridiculous charge. So they're off, tearing into me. Hopefully my spearmen can hold, so I brought some more spearmen just to help. At the back here, as we quickly scroll down, you can see that the Ungors have closed in the gap quite quickly and are straight into my swordsmen, which is good, but my 3 company militia are there to support. On the right I've got my skirmish outriders are being moved away from that by this Ungor herd. Now they are quick, but they can't shoot on moving, so they have to stand still, which is irritating. But anyway, let's keep running. So I'm readjusting my archers because they got scared. Well, they didn't scare me, just get on my crossbowmen. I apologise. So you can't turn skirmishing off from this. So I'm just adjusting them to find a good place to shoot. Well, in the front line, everybody's rampaging, so I can't stop them going forward now. And I'm going to keep fighting to the death. So I launched a Magma attack to actually wreck them. And then, as you can see there, and I'm going to start to free, but the Minotaurs were going bonkers in the front line, causing me all sorts of pain. I've cast a few more spells just to buff my front line. Battle shifting, I believe, from old Balthazar Gout. I've pulled my outriders back, and Kazrak is going for a walk with my other units. So that was good, handy. So the front line was going alright. I've nearly collapsed them. The rampage has stopped for these, so I'm just trying to finish off the Minotaurs and this last unit of Goreherd. And in the meantime, I have moved my greatswords in, looking for a target. Now I've got a bit of skirmish battle going on here. My riflemen, my 3 company militia are trying to pepper these down. And we're slowly getting there. We're slowly forcing them back. Still haven't found a home for my there they go. So they're coming in to protect Balthazar Gout, who looks like the Beast Sword was coming to get him. I've got my riflemen, outriders, pinging into the back of some of the units. I think we're shooting this if memory serves. And spearmen will come back when I see them. I'll bring those swordsmen back as well. Meanwhile, the reinforcements are getting destroyed at the back. From missile fire from my 3 company, from crossbows, bolts, and of course my mortar's still firing them. The Minotaurs are dangerously close here, and I'm not enjoying this. So my great swords have been there trying to protect my desperately trying to protect Balthazar Gout and my artillery. So with that, let's have a quick look at the overall map. So I've rotated a few units. Kazrak is nowhere to be seen, so I've managed to get my Pistiers back, which I'll quick look how they're getting on. So they're coming in, trying to harass this unit of archers. Got units coming back here. But on the back, reinforcements, on the whole, mainly managed to get rid of them. We've got a couple left, just to get rid of, and go raiders. Got some units to my right which have come back from routing, which is very good, and then all of a sudden we have a mass rout in the front. Thankfully the leadership dropped and they all shattered. So now all I have to do is find out which units I'm missing. And that is that. So I think I did it lasted a bit longer just to kill off a few more units. That's what I did here. And there we go. Right. Let's move on to the next replay.